He left around 10 minutes ago, surrounded by photographers, cameramen and reporters. Again and again the question was put to Stuart Hall, what have you got to say to your victims? First of all, in the middle of this scrum, he turned around and said no comment. Again, have you got anything to say, Stuart, for your victims? He then turned around and said to somebody, I've got a cold. And as he was getting into the car, he turned around to one of the BBC cameramen and then waved goodbye and thank you, and he got back in his car and left court around 15 minutes earlier than leaving. His barrister apologised on his behalf. His barrister said he is sorry for what he has done. Through me, he wishes to apologise to his victims. He is not an easily moved man to self-pity, but he is all too aware that his disgrace is complete. The words of Stuart Hall's barrister in court were not words repeated outside court by the man himself, and in total contrast, Ben, to what happened a couple of months ago when Stuart Hall appeared at Preston Magistrates Court. After that hearing, when he was charged with 14 offences, Stuart Hall walked out of court and gave the performance of his life. He said that the allegations were pernicious. He said they were callous, cruel and above all spurious. He then went on to say that he was wondering why it had taken 30, 40 years for these allegations to come forward. He described his life as a living nightmare. He went on to thank his family for the love and support that they had showed him. He said that without that love of his family, he would have been tempted to take his own life. Again, this speech he gave was peppered and coloured with colourful phrases, as he was known throughout his broadcasting career. At the end of that speech he gave, 300 yards away from here at Preston Magistrates, he said that he'd want to regain his honour and reputation. Today, in court, he admitted 14 charges of indecent assault. His youngest victim was just 9 years old.